In the aquarium, Mike sadly stroked Wang Kai's body, but suddenly, he seemed to hear a sound coming from Wang Kai. Just as he thought he was hallucinating, a sneeze came out, and Wang Kai came back to life. Then he scurried out and hid in the corner. It seems he was scared by the bullet. Mike quickly fished out a fish and brought it to Wang Kai. That's how he gradually lost his guard. Just 2 days ago, Mike was attacked by a group of monster cubs. He escaped to his home to have his wounds treated. He was then surprised to find once I had come back on his own. But the next day, Mike felt dizzy in class. Then he collapsed on the floor. When he arrived at the hospital, the doctor checked his body temperature. He had a fever of 42 degrees. Everyone rushed to put him in ice water to cool him down, but he kept calling out Wang Kai's name. His sister asked his parents, who were traveling, to hurry back. The doctor told her that no cause had been found after the examination. Mike's life could be in danger at any time. Sister thought that the monster had bitten him. She rushed home and prepared to take Wang Kai to the hospital. But he didn't listen to her. That's when Jerry came over. He used the method that Mike had taught him. He sprinkled some salt on the ground. Finally, he got Wang Kai into the cage. Sister rushed back to the hospital with Wang Kai. She met Old White, who had arrived on the news. She was about to show him Wonka. She found that the cage had been chewed through. They rushed to the hospital room. They saw Wonka licking the wound. But just then, Mike's heart rate suddenly stopped, and Wang Kai quickly ran away. The doctor rushed to save him, and the police arrived with their guns drawn and pointed at Wang Kai. After a shot was fired, Mike suddenly woke up. He rushed out of bed to look for Wang Kai, but when he got there, it was too late. Wang Kai had already fallen at gunpoint. Mike then fell asleep, exhausted, but his sister noticed that his legs were shaking. She lifted the blanket to see. The wound from the monster's bite had disappeared. She then realized that it was Wang Kai who had saved Mike's life. The next day, Mike came to the aquarium after being discharged from hospital. He was sadly stroking Wang Kai's body, but to his surprise, Wang Kai had come back to life. Old Bai asked Mike to help him with his research on Wang Kai. He promised that he would never harm him. So under Mike's direction, Wonka returned to the fish tank. Old Ma began to lead the research, but Wonka was clearly a bit depressed. He had also lost interest in the food. Mike could see that Wang Kai was not well. He tried to tell Old Bai to stop the research, but he was kicked out. When he returned to the lab again, he found that he had gone even further. He anesthetized Wang Kai and prepared him for biopsy testing. Mike tried to stop him, but he was ordered never to come back to the aquarium again. He then realizes that he has been tricked by Old White. He also felt a deep sense of remorse. Mike walks down the street with his head down, but then he noticed the street lights flickering in time with his movements. He then realized that something incredible had happened.